So Dave, I'm sure by now you know who Rhonda Rousey is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you see the Good Morning America?
Yes, I
Did
did.
you? Pretty exciting?
Absolutely. It's amazing to think back when I first started working with children with apraxia over 20 years ago. I could really relate to the fact that, given her age, that would have been close to the time when we were without much information at all about childhood apraxia.
So how big of a deal do you think it is that they were talking about apraxia on national TV this morning?
For sure, big deal, because certainly, you know, even though there's not that many children that truly have the diagnosis of apraxia, when you look at the total number of children in the world, those children that do struggle with it, it's so important for others to understand what they're struggling with, to provide a community support for it, as well as understanding for the families, how to talk with the child, interact with the child. So it has as much impact on how we approach kids that struggle with speech and language difficulties as anything. So the more awareness we can build to it, bring to it, the more chance that that child will be seen by others as not somebody who's less than intelligent or doing it on purpose and not talking. So I think it was huge.
Great. Well, you and I have worked together for a long time. How do you think things have changed in terms of diagnosis, treatment, and and how do you think specifically that CASANA really had anything to do with that?
Well, the main thing is the amount of information available to parents, and the CASANA website that really is set up for ease of use. Parents can go on there and find out, just go into the Parent Start Guide and work from there. So instead of somebody going to a website that just can be overwhelming, it eases parents into it. And because of the work that's been done now in apraxia speech and the support for research, etc., we now have a lot more knowledge base to go by, and we've made adjustments. I know I've made adjustments in my therapy over the years based on information I've learned, new information shared, and the research that's showing us, pointing us in directions that help these young children.
I remember when my children were little and I was trying to learn about apraxia, I would have a medical journal in one hand and a medical dictionary in the other hand, and I would get so mad at myself because I would keep falling asleep. Because
right.
I just didn't understand the jargon, and so yeah, I mean, we really have come a long way.
And I think the training also, Kathy, has changed dramatically. We have so much more training available to therapists.
Absolutely.
And because of that, then we're able to spread the knowledge base and the expertise throughout the country, and that enables parents to have a higher likelihood of finding somebody not too far from their hometown.
Exactly. Well, I remember the first therapist that we went to said, well, I've heard of that, apraxia, but I don't really know exactly what it is. So you're right. I mean, things have come a long way. But, speaking clinically, what else do you think is possible, because of the attention that apraxia received this morning and, the awareness that was raised? And what are some things that you think might come out of that?
Certainly, the more people are aware of apraxia, the more likelihood that we may be able to bring in additional foundational kinds of monies or whatever that could provide support for the much needed therapy research, even for understanding better how to evaluate younger and younger children, because the critical piece here is that the earlier we get the children involved in therapy, the earlier we help parents learn how to support their children at home, the more likely the child will be able to make progress sooner and avoid some of the potential teasing that might happen and academic struggles they may have because of those struggles.
Right. So once again, we both would like to thank Laura and Rhonda for taking that step and raising awareness this morning on Good Morning America, and we invite you to take a next step with us and join the movement and let us know what inspires you to keep fighting for your child's voice. Thank you.